10 Essential Things to Choose Bicycle. 1. Choose a road bike if you'll be traveling primarily on paved roads. Road bikes are mainly for riding on roads and highways because they have lighter frames, slimmer tires, and no suspension systems that absorb shock. Road bikes are a good fit for riders with a strong back and flexibility for riding in a bent position. There are many subcategories of road bike, including cyclocross, touring, adventure road, triathlon, and fitness. If you're going to be using the bike for a specific sport or activity, consider getting one of these specialized bikes. 2. Pick a mountain bike for hitting the trails. Mountain bikes are best for riding on rocky trails and adventuring off of paved roads. The tires are large with significant tread, which helps to grab the surface and propel you forward when you're going uphill. The frames are heavier, with a suspension system to absorb shock, and straight handlebars that allow the rider to sit upright. 3. Opt for a hybrid bicycle if you switch between road and mountain biking. Hybrid bicycles can be used for a combination of street and off-road biking. The frame is adjusted to be comfortable for both mountain and road biking, while the rider sits in an upright position. If you're using your bike to commute or for casual riding on roads and on trails, a hybrid might be the best option for you. It offers some of the ruggedness of a mountain bike with some of the speed of a road bike. Dual sport bikes are a specific subcategory of hybrid bikes that allow for transition between road and mountain biking. 4. Look for specialty bikes if you have special needs for riding. Specialty bikes are great solutions for people who have physical challenges that can prevent them from riding, or those who just want a different riding experience. Some specialty bikes allow you to sit in a different position, and others are made for easier transportation. Recumbent and semi-recumbent bicycles allow the rider to sit in a lower position with their legs out in front of them. They tend to incur less stress on the back muscles and can be easier to mount for riders who use wheelchairs. Foldable bicycles are perfect for riders on the go or people who have limited storage space. Most foldable bicycles are recumbent, but there are some full-sized foldable bikes. Tandem bicycles or buddy bikes allow 2 riders at once, and can be useful for people who are learning how to ride and balance on a bike. 5. Decide which features are most important to you. Depending on your needs, you might want a bike with many speeds or gears, or a bike with no crossbar. Gears allow you to control how easy or difficult it is to pedal depending on the terrain. Bikes with no crossbars are sometimes easier to mount, but the crossbar increases the strength of the frame. As a general rule, women's frames tend to have lower or no crossbar, while men's have a high horizontal crossbar. However, frames are often interchangeable, and you don't have to purchase the frame that corresponds with your gender. 6. Purchase an entry-level bike if you're a beginner. Look for bikes that are comfortable and have easy controls. Some bikes are marketed as entry-level or beginner bikes because they're easy to just hop on and ride. They tend to be slightly less expensive and have more versatile options for adding racks and accessories. An entry-level bike will allow you to grow into the bike while still being comfortable on your first rides. Some beginner road bikes are designed so the rider is in a more comfortable, upright position, rather than the traditional bent position. 7. Take your height and inseam measurements to determine your frame size. The appropriate frame size for your bike is determined by the size of your body. Use a flexible tape measure to get your height and inseam lengths, which will allow you to make adjustments for seat height, handlebar height, and more. Consult a sizing chart to see which size frame is right for your height. Some stores will switch out parts and customize your bike to your body type if you have the measurements taken in the shop. Frame sizes range between XXS/XXL and are standard between all brands. However, frame sizes can differ slightly for different types of bikes, so make sure you're looking at the appropriate chart. 8. Keep an eye out for first-time buyer sales and deals. Even if you're on a tight budget, you can likely find a bike that fits your needs. Many stores offer sales and new buyer incentives, and you can look online for used bikes for sale by experienced riders. Shop around to get an idea of the cost of most bikes, and start saving. Remember to leave money in your budget for biking gear, like a helmet, reflectors and lights, and a bike lock at the very minimum. Gear helps to keep you and your bike safe while you ride. 9. Research bikes online to see reviews, specifications, and prices. Often, buyers will leave reviews on websites if they bought a specific bike. Their feedback can give you an idea of the pros and cons of a bike, and warn you about any issues that previous buyers have had in the past. Look for bikes with high-quality frames that get good reviews for sturdiness and comfort. When you go into a bike store, you can mention that you've done online research, but don't expect the shop to price match. Normally, shops aren't able to offer the same prices as online retailers because of their specialized stock and the cost of hiring experienced technicians. 10. Ask fellow cyclists what they recommend for your skill level and needs. If you have friends who are cyclists, ask them for bike recommendations before you buy a bicycle. Chances are, they'll be more open about what you need from a bike, especially if they're more experienced. If you don't know any cyclists, send an email your local cycling club or go to a meeting to meet fellow bike enthusiasts. Come prepared with questions and be ready to talk about biking.